All right, welcome to the Average Joe Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Jay Real. We have a really good show for you all today, so just sit tight and sit back and enjoy. First thing we're going to cover is we have our guest in the house. Tell us your name again.
I'm Lady Amityst.
Lady Amityst. She is our magic expert, and so tell us what's going on this week at the Player Zone for the tournament.
We're going to have a legacy tournament.
Okay, so legacy. Explain to the listeners and some of the players that might be interested in getting into Magic, what does legacy mean?
Legacy is you can use any card from any set except if it's banned, you can't use it.
Oh, okay, so banned cards. And so banned cards are basically what, ones that are too powerful or...
Yeah, ones that is too powerful to play.
Yeah, so kind of give you an unfair advantage maybe. Okay, so then what's the difference between legacy and standard?
Well, standard, you can only use things that that are still in print, and legacy, you can just use any card that isn't banned.
Oh, okay. So you typically the last 4 or 5 sets, including the basic base set, right? All right, well, cool. So this week we are doing legacy. Now the Player Zone is infamous for doing anything goes tournaments. What's that about?
Well...
we can kind of just throw whatever we want.
Yeah.
We kind of just, actually, they just let anything ride as long as it's no more than 4 cards, and they are real magic cards, not those goof around cards, right? All right, cool. So tell us, what else is going on with the Player Zone? They just recently got DCI certified or sanctioned. What's that mean?
That means that players can get points when they play. You get 1 point for playing in the tournament. If you get first place, you get like a whole lot of points or something.
So just building up points. And what are these things called, actually? Do you know?
Planeswalker points.
Oh, Planeswalker points. Well, that's cool. And if I'm not mistaken, once you build up a certain amount of points, you start getting like stuff from Wizards. Isn't that correct? Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So, is there any other guys around Ruidoso that are sanctioned certified through DCI right now?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Big Sarge.
Oh, he's big. He's certified, huh? Big Sarge certified. Well, that's a different certification, but that's for another show. Let's go ahead and go into the Player Zone had a big tournament last Friday, and let's name off the prize winners. Who got 3rd place last week?
It was Michael Harn.
Michael Harn, who is out of Alamogordo, actually came up and placed 3rd. Okay, cool.
And then we have Jacob Chadwick in 2nd.
Jacob Chadwick, who's right here, one of our local players for the Player Zone. Cool. And first, who's that?
And we have in 1st place Robert Dronesfield.
Robert Dronesfield, our local champion. Well, not so local. He's from Roswell, but down the mountain. Took first once again in the tournament. So as we said to all you players, if you're interested in finding out what's going on for that Friday tournament, and also who placed in the top 3 for the Friday past tournament, just check it right here. Check on the Average Joe Sports Talk Show. We're going to let you know. Now, before we wrap up the Magic Minute, you were mentioning something about some new set or something new coming out in Magic. Explain a little bit about that.
Modern Masters is coming out on June 7th. They're just reprinting old sets so you can use them again.
Okay, and why do you feel the purpose of that would be, do you think? Maybe to get some of the better cards up now, right?
Yeah. So
people can afford them?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Magic has so many cards that are so valuable that it's very difficult for young ladies and young starting Magic players to get them. So I think this Modern Master set's really going to help them out, don't you? Right? Is there anything else you'd like to say about Magic before we wrap up? Anything interesting? Any good colors you're dealing with? What are you playing with right now?
I play green and white or solid green.
And why is the purpose you choose those colors?
Green and white, I just love the tokens, and green just for the yellows.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes your name too, right? All right then. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Magic Minute. We'll be hitting it back again on next Tuesday show, so don't forget to check us out on every Tuesday, and we'll have Lady Amityst with us. Alright, welcome back from the break. Sorry for that technical difficulties that we experienced prior to the break, but our Lady Amityst had to use some of her magic dust and mess with our camera equipment, and she had to disappear back onto her own land in her own place. So we hope to see her again soon. Should be every Tuesday. She'll be right here on the Average Joe Sports Talk Show with the Magic Minute. So, moving on from that, we have to say thank you again to the Player Zone for being our big sponsor. They hook us up with the house here so we can do the show for all you, and they also give us this cool stuff that if any of you are interested in, you can go to riodosomidtown.com, click on the Merchant tab, find Player Zone, bam, you can get hooked up with them directly, or you can go to the Player Zone on Facebook, and you can get to them right there. We also have to thank Right On Time Errand and Delivery Service, another big sponsor of ours, and we have more coming up, hopefully soon. We keep trying to get with the ones that want to be involved. Our schedules conflict, and it just makes things difficult, but we're still working on that. Thanks to Big Sarge for being out there, again, beating all the bushes and getting us the people that we need to get involved. So moving on with this show, we're going to go into the NBA. The playoffs are heating up, and as I mentioned, the Miami Heat are just smacking the Chicago Bulls around left and right as we predicted a couple weeks back or last week. Chicago snuck a win by them when the Miami Heat were sleeping, and now they're paying the price for that. They are just getting beat down every time they play the Miami Heat, and we see no point on it stopping. As a matter of fact, we've already been on this show, the Average Joe Sports Talk Show. Jay Real has predicted that Miami will win this year's championship, even if Dwayne Wade is injured. And that's the big topic coming out of Miami. Is Dwayne Wade going to be able to make it through the rest of these playoffs? Honestly, they could pull Dwayne Wade right out of the lineup, replace one of the other number one draft picks that they have on the bench, and with LeBron James on that team, they're going to just win over. It doesn't matter who's playing that position. Now, does it make it better for Dwayne Wade? Absolutely, because Dwayne Wade is right up there in that upper echelon of player with LeBron James. So, we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out, but we predict Miami will be in the championship and win this year to repeat. Moving on from Miami, OKC is just blowing it. We understand and we give them some excuse and some sympathy for the fact that Westbrook got hurt and is out of the playoffs, but my gosh, this team is just rolling downhill so fast. They cannot stop the bleeding, and even with Durant, as the biggest superstar as he is, he cannot carry this team on his back alone. So as it looks right now, with an excuse, with a reason, we're going to go ahead and say OKC is going to get knocked out of the playoffs in the second round. That's just the way it goes. Injury causes these kinds of problems. As for just like the Chicago team, their whole team, 80% of their main stars aren't even playing in the series. We've already told you about Rose. We're done with him. We have no respect for the guy. We're not even going to talk about him anymore on the show. Whatever he does on his own from here on out as far as we're concerned. So OKC just plagued with injury as far as their main superstar in Westbrook goes. So we give them a bye for this year, a pass, you could say, for not making it to the championship to face the Heat again and possibly push the Heat in this series and in this championship. We'll just have to see how healthy they could get next year and if they keep the nucleus of that team together. Moving on, San Antonio is not looking good. They are tied up in the series now with Indiana. The only way I could put this is the age is really starting to be relevant, and it's starting to show. Indiana is a younger team. We'll just have to wait and see if the veterans can pull out a game, sneak out a game, end up back home to finish it off. Time will tell. It's not looking good for San Antonio. And then finally we end up the NBA playoff scene with the Knicks. The Knicks again just underperforming. They got a good team. They got a good nucleus. But yet they just can't seem to figure out what the formula is to win. It's going to be very interesting to see how they do in this in this playoff round. And I'm sorry, it's Indiana against the Knicks, not against the San Antonio Spurs. So we'll just have to sit and see how the Knicks do. It doesn't look good for them. Time will tell. We're not too worried about either one of them. Right now, it's pretty much a game just to see how the Chicago Bulls end up playing this last game, which we do predict they are going to lose. But are they going to show a little heart? Are any of the players ever even going to try to attempt to get in this game? Or are they just going to leave Joakim Noah all by himself, getting his face smacked around by all the Miami Heat players? It's pretty sad to see. Okay, moving on from NBA, we are going to go into golf. And that's right, Tiger Woods won another tournament this weekend. He finished Sunday 2 under par. Good and big ups for golf, because Tiger Woods, when he wins, golf just shoots right through the roof. And it was even more interesting this time around because him and Sergio Garcia is the biggest underachiever on the planet. This kid came out, was supposed to be the next Tiger Woods, pushed Tiger Woods, all this stuff, and the guy just hasn't performed, hasn't lived up to the hype. So this weekend, here we go. He's tied for first as we go into the last day. And what does he do? He chokes it up again and finds a way to lose stroke after stroke after stroke to where he just totally just dropped out of the top contention. So they kind of had mixed words back and forth. Tiger Woods, end of the day, just basically doing what he does, which is to close out tournaments when he's in the lead. And so he wins again. Now the interesting thing is, they were in Sawgrass for the Players Tournament, and Tiger Woods hasn't won at this course since 2001. So he had a huge dry spell at this course. It was probably very uplifting and confident building for him to win, and the way he did win. So big ups to Tiger Woods. I'm going to tell you all right now, Jay Real is putting it right here. When you have a happy Tiger, you have a dangerous Tiger. And why is he happy? He's playing decent golf. He has a beautiful girlfriend. His life is going well. He's getting his sponsors back. Hitting those soft putts, hitting those long putts. He is putting, is coming up. And when he is playing like this, you might as well face it, Tiger Woods is the cream of the crop. He is the number one golfer, and no one could say anything different about the guy. He's going to win many more championships. So again, kudos to you, Tiger Woods. Keep up the good work. Keep golf going in the right direction. And then finally, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk a little WWE real quick with our wrestling expert in Florida, and then we'll wrap up the show and let you all get out of there. All right. Don't go anywhere. Sit tight. A lot of good show left. We'll see you on the other side.
Oh, wow, this stuff in the Player Zone is so cool. Oh, wow, they got Magic, sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think I see comic books back there. And the Player Zone will even price this stuff for free. Oh, wow. Player Zone will buy, sell, and trade any of this stuff. And what can I get for her?
All right, welcome back again from the break. We're going to go ahead and jump into our WWE section of the show, and we have right now on the line our wrestling expert 37 from Florida. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
We're doing good. So what's new in the wrestling world? What's going on?
Oh, they got a good pay-per-view coming up this coming Sunday. It's called Extreme Rules.
Oh wow! So what are the top draws on that event?
You got Triple H going to go against Brock Lesnar inside of a 16-foot high steel cage.
Wow, a 16-foot high steel cage. Okay, well, who else?
You got John Cena going to take on Ryback for the WWE Championship in a last man standing match.
Okay, so John Cena, who just recently won the title from The Rock, correct?
Correct.
In WrestleMania. All right. And is there anything else kind of different on this card?
Yeah, you got Chris Jericho taking on the newcomer Fandango.
Oh, okay.
And then you got Mark Henry taking on Sheamus in a leather strap match.
Oh, wow. So they're still having some pretty insane matches still.
Yeah, and then you got Kofi Kingston putting his U.S. title on the line against one of the members of the Shield, Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay. So
then you got, guys?
You got a full card then.
Oh, yeah, and then you got Alberto Del Rio taking on Jack Swagger in the I Quit match.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow,
And then
wow.
you got the Tag Team Champions, Team Hell No, going versus the other two members of the Shield, Rollins and Reigns, in a Tornado Tag match. Then you got Randy Orton versus The Big Show in an Extreme Rules match.
So this card is pretty much just packed full of superstars.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a nice little pay-per-view there.
Oh,
It's
nice.
going to be well worth the money.
Nice, nice. Now, what else is going on? Anything else different or new going on in the wrestling world?
Yeah, actually, if they didn't watch Friday night, Mark Henry broke the world record by pulling not one, but two semis weighing 110,000 pounds, with just a rope tied to his back.
Oh, wow. So he broke a record?
Yes, he broke the world record.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And also, on a sadder note, you got Dolph Ziggler, who sustained a massive concussion last Tuesday, and he lost 3 days of his memory. He had amnesia for 3 days, but they're hoping that he comes back real soon. They're giving him to the end of the month to come back. If not, they're going to make him relinquish his title.
Oh, okay. And now who is this?
That's Dolph Ziggler.
And what?
He's got the World Heavyweight Championship.
So what belt does John Cena have?
John Cena has the WWE Championship belt.
So which is the bigger?
They're both the same. I think they just renamed them because one's for SmackDown and one's for Raw.
Oh, okay, that's right, that's right. So they have one belt for each side on each level.
Right, right.
Oh, okay.
Way to go.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, we appreciate all the information, and you're going to have to come back with us and let us know how this event turned out.
I definitely will.
All right, well, Wrestling Expert number 37, we thank you so much for your time, and you have a great day. How's the weather up there in Florida?
It's about 82 today.
Wow, well, enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy. All right, so there's our Wrestling Expert. A lot of big matches going on this weekend and that big pay-per-view for WWE. Check it out. Don't miss it. Some of these events host and have the most amount of fans in the history of sports. So it'd be very interesting to see how many turn out for this event. So to go into our wrap-up, we want to go ahead and thank our enchanted forest, Lady Amityst, for coming in and doing our Magic Minute. We hope you're all enjoying that, especially if you're interested in learning how to play Magic or getting involved with Magic the Gathering. Again, if you are interested in any of the games, you can just get in contact with the Player Zone, and they have Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, they have sports cards, memorabilia, they have autographs, pictures, comic books, toys, collectibles, anything you could possibly need for that young collector or an old collector. You never know. Age isn't but a number, as they say, especially in the collecting world. You just contact them and they'll get you all fixed up, all right? And we also want to thank, again, our Wrestling Expert 37 for coming on and talking WWE. Again, some of the biggest amount of fans follow that sport, and we hope he has a great time watching the event this weekend. We'll try to catch a little bit of that. And then we're just going to wrap up with, we are right now pushing the envelope to cross over to our goal for the Average Joe Sports Talk Show. That's right, 1,000 views for our little bitty local show. Now, we are always pushing to make it bigger and grander. We're trying to get more people involved. We're trying to add more segments. But it's very difficult when you're in a very small little market like we are, just locally, trying to expand. But when we hit that 1,000 views, we are going to do a very cool show for you all. Again, we can't thank enough our followers and any subscribers to our channel, anyone that supports the Average Joe Sports Talk Show, and Jay Real we're down for you. You're part of the crew. You're part of the family. We give you our cuts, our takes on anything we can. If something is going on in the sports world that's hot, that's really annoying to most people, we'll try to break it down for you in a normal, average Joe way so you can understand it. If you have any topics, concerns, questions, feedback, be sure to leave it on the feedback section, or you can contact us right here at the Average Joe Sports Talk Show on Facebook. Just hit me up, J Real. I could take any positive, negative, in the middle, whatever you want to call it, feedback, we'll take it. We just want to hear from you all and get you involved. If you're in the area, you want to come sit in here and do an interview, let us know what your sport favorite topic is or what's hot in your mind under sports. We'll be happy to have you in the house. So for right now, J Real is going to say again, thanks Player Zone, thanks Right on Time delivering errand service. Average Joe Sports Talk Show wouldn't be anything without you all. Big Sarge, Lady Amityst, Wrestling Expert number 37, and you all watching. Thank you so much. We're going to hit 1,000 real soon. You be a part of it. Thanks so much. J Real says peace and much love. See you next Friday. Or this Friday. Peace. J Real. J Real.